12435, just
Alright, here we go.
Number 4398, then via Billboard for your arrival, Philadelphia, altimeter 3001.
Then Veggie Billboard 3 and
You ready for a ride after this?
November 900 Charlie Whiskey, clear direct at Lubber intersection. It's Lima Uniform Bravo Bravo Romeo, then direct of RZ on course.
Not a bad spot to change oil, right?
Suck the oil out of the engine. Hey, morning. You ready for a ride after this?
Sure.
Why should I leave right now? There's no reason for it. You gotta do something.
Ready, Freddy?
Ready to go, yeah.
Look at this amazing setting. It's like Hollywood here.
It's heaven on earth.
The perfect campaign for Cirrus.
I said, it's pretty amazing, isn't it, that we can be in this this beautiful setting at 7:30, and it's 7 o'clock tonight. We're going to take this thing, it's just like a car, and we're going to be back on Davis Island.
I know.
Unbelievable. That's why we do it, right? Yeah, I get 10 miles to the gallon with this thing, which is right up there with that truck over there when I'm pulling my Airstream.
Let's do it.
15,000 feet. We got our oxygen topped off. We got our fuel topped off.
What do we have, like 1,600 miles?
1,800.
Yeah, we've been taxiing in the most beautiful airpark in the world in Alpine, Wyoming, at the border of Idaho. And probably been around for like 30-40 years. And Harry bought a place 4 years ago, and it's just magnificent. The architecture is mind-blowing. Look at this like black monolith. It's a huge hangar. Here's the cockpit of the new G7. It's basically a G3000. which runway we're going to take?
We're going to depart 3-1. Winds are real light. We got almost 6,000 feet of runway, and it's nice and cold. All right, Christophe, let's
do it.
Alpine traffic. Cirrus is departing runway 3-1. We're going to be a left downwind departure, Alpine. All right, killer items, flaps, trims, fuels, and flight controls. Killer items are checked.
And we have takeoff power. Speed is alive.
A little too much boost there.
Magnificent, isn't it?
Absolutely beautiful. Look at that water.
So during a certain time of the year, the whole half of the lake is without water and become that huge prairie.
That's right.
Where I was yesterday with a bicycle.
We're going to head for that canyon right over there, and we're going to climb through that canyon.
It's good to leave in the morning because once the sun starts to rise, you get some major thermic, the wind picked up and gets pretty turbulent.
It's really important when you fly these canyons in the mountains, when you're below the peaks, that you pick a side, because if we need to turn around, being in the middle is never a good idea. So we're going to pick the left side over here, and we should clear these mountains in a couple of minutes and head direct to Laramie, which is in eastern Wyoming.
That's why you want to fly a turbo.
Oh, for sure. We'd be a few thousand feet lower right now.
Yeah, just the security, but what people don't understand is turbo is also vital, even in Florida, if you want to fly. If you really want to travel the machine this summer, you got to be able to climb above 15,000. This plane will climb up over 1,000 feet per minute, and
yeah, we got different mountains over there. They're called thunderstorms, way higher than these mountains.
And with the turbo, it's a no-brainer. Even going from Miami to Tampa, which is a 1-hour flight, you climb to 15,000 in 15 minutes, stay above, and then go back down instead of being in the soup without a radar. The situation awareness in this new cockpit is extraordinary compared to what we had a few decades ago.
All right, Christophe, you want to get the oxygen prepared?
So I have oxygen on demand, and it's really awesome because you get oxygen for a much longer period of time.
Flight is 5 minutes and we're already over the mountains. We've cleared them. All gone.
All right, so Harry installed a Starlink Mini in his Cirrus. You can put it in the back window in the luggage compartment.
Yeah, so, you know, I remember when you first came over to my hangar and I showed you the Starlink, and I think you kind of looked at it as a little bit of a gimmick, but now that we've flown 15 hours or so across the country, what do you think about it now?
It's a game changer, and it's affordable. I mean, you can buy a mini Starlink for $300, then it costs you $40 a month for 50 gigabytes.
It's those little intangible things. I think the safety, the more real-time weather with ForeFlight, and you know, the ability to communicate via telephone is really what makes. And you know, we've been doing this. We've had 4 days. This is our 4th day of flying now. And on the 50 gigabyte plan, I think I barely used 10 gigabytes. So, you know, we could do this for 10, 12 days a month.
Number 782's out of 12,000 or 14,000. Direct jive pod climbing tank by level 230.
November 900 Charlie Whiskey, clear direct at Lubber intersection. It's Lima Uniform Bravo Bravo Romeo, then direct of RZ on course. Lubber of RZ.
Lubber of RZ, 0 trouble. 0 trouble.
So we are on our final leg, 3 legs total, almost 8 hours of flying. Pretty comfortable. We're still at 15,000. What do you have to say about your new machine? That's the first time you've been traveling on a long journey with that G7.
Yeah, it really exceeded my expectations. Few hours longer than a turboprop and a jet, but you gotta love the economy, and You know, we just flew from Wyoming all the way to Florida in a little over 8 hours, and a couple of stops. It was real comfortable.
And it's so peaceful. This is the perfect altitude for the Cirrus. 13 to 18,000. You gotta have turbo. I mean, it's just, that's the way to fly. You know, today would have been really a challenging return at 8,000 feet.
Oh yeah. I mean, between turbulence and clouds and
we were at 8,000 feet, we would have been in the soup for like the first 3 hours. Not doable.
Yeah. You don't really need the turbo just for the high terrain. It's really take advantage of tailwinds. We're getting a 30-knot tailwind right now. Get above the weather to an extent where you can at least get past to the worst layers of the weather and skirt around the most dangerous stuff in visual conditions. So, you know, even when you're in Florida in the summer, you go to the Bahamas, it's better to go at 15,000 than 8,000, right?
Yeah, the comfort level. I mean, it's like a little airliner. I mean, with this kind of cockpit, it's like being in a G700.
So we're just coming in from the north. We're just going to do a visual approach into Peterborough. So we'll go over here. We'll pick the visual approach, visual 22. All right, fuel looks good.
Beautiful downtown. The computer told us 3 hours ago that we were landing at 1820, and it's still saying we're landing at 1820.
Gotta love that.
It's unbelievable. A beautiful airport, the most beautiful airport in the world.
Second from Alpine.
And I can say, with no ego, that have the best hangar, period, the end.
You sure do. No doubt about that. All right, mixers up, boost pumps on. Waiting on full flaps. Got a little bit of a wind out of the west.
Pedro traffic, Cirrus is on a final for runway 22. We're about a minute from touchdown, Pedro.
The last greaser of the day.
Oh, I'll try.
500.
Pedro traffic, Cirrus short final, 22 touchdown, Pedro.
Lovely. Bravo. And it is 7:21. Awesome flight, awesome trip.
Woohoo!
Thank you for inviting me.
Back home safe, in one piece, with 20 more hours on the airplane.
The Cirrus is by far the best single-engine piston ever built.
Absolutely.
I will see you on some of my flight. À bientôt.